I'm William Henry, and this is Ascension Keepers. About 200 to 300 years before the Christian era, a remarkable mystical movement arose. The core ideas of this movement came from Alexandria, Egypt, but it spread to Palestine, where these mystics set up shop, so to speak. In Egypt, these mystics were called the therapeutae, the healers. They were known for their flowing white robes. They established an embassy outside the walls of Alexandria on the shores of Lake Mareotis near Alexandria. In Palestine, they were called Essenes and Nazarites or Nazarenes, meaning watchers, because they were watching for a high celestial being they believed was soon to visit Earth. Although they were primarily but not exclusively Jewish, the Essenes were master weavers of Egyptian, Iranian, Greek, and Tibetan ascension practices. In fact, for 3 centuries, beginning in 300 BC, the forerunners of this mystic tribe had been following the way of the Magi, researching and merging Babylonian, Egyptian, Iranian, Pythagorean, and Buddhist alchemical philosophies and ascension practices that feature humans opening holes in space and ascending into heaven. In my opinion, they would heavily influence the Essenes and early Christianity. From these teachings, they began writing about translating humans into angels, opening gateways to heaven, and the emergence of a new, improved child of light who would win a war over the sons of darkness and inaugurate a new era of light. Calling themselves the perfect ones, or the way of perfection, or perfect light humans, they seek to lead a revolution in human evolution that would result in the appearance of a new type of human and a different human experience in our world. We will use this word perfect as a sort of a golden needle to weave a thread through various ascension traditions. The word perfect means to become more whole, more holy, more complete, and cosmic. The Essenes believed our purpose and goal in life was to return to our original divine state and recover our garments of light. Remembering our light bodies would lead to a transformed world, they believed. Early sources say the Essenes lived on Mount Carmel in northern Israel, but they also operated a hermetically sealed compound at Qumran and elsewhere. Calling themselves the children of light, the Essenes literally saw themselves in a cosmic war against the children of darkness, who they believed were incarnated as the Roman Empire. They claimed they were making the way for the arrival of a high celestial being who would lead a revolution in human evolution, transforming Earth and humanity into a golden planet of righteousness and the human race into its most perfect state of being. Many believed Jesus was this celestial being. Even more incredible is the Essenes' claim that they were living with an advanced race of angels or extraterrestrials. These angels, who took human form, were known as the Watchers. They were teaching the Essenes the art of ascension, or how to transform our earthly flesh into a celestial flesh and ascend to a celestial city they referred to as Zion, or the New Jerusalem. Out to stop all this mystical nonsense are the children of darkness, who the Essenes believe were incarnate in the mighty Roman Empire, the reigning cabal on earth. In my opinion, the accounts of the Essenes' interactions with the Celestials are contained in the Dead Sea Scrolls, the texts they left behind. These extraordinary texts affirm there was something truly unusual and mystically special about the Essenes. They are quintessentially spiritual, oriented towards the celestial realms and its otherworldly inhabitants. Their goal was an alliance with the upper world. The scrolls describe cosmic battles, beings, portals, hidden agendas, and new superhumans. And cloaked behind it all is the celestial city, the home and mother church of their angelic teachers and the target of their ascension, and how humans can ascend there. The dark side won a major victory in AD 68 when the Romans decimated the Essenes in an early example of ethnic cleansing or spiritual genocide. With the destruction of the Essenes and the murder of almost 1 million of these souls, their ascension teachings were lost, stashed in caves near Qumran, but they were not forgotten. Mystical luminaries sought their teachings for ages. Believing in reincarnation, it's possible the Essenes knew that their disappearance at the hands of the Romans was a temporary state of affairs. They would return. The Essenes' cache of scrolls, in fact, was rediscovered by chance in 1947. In my view, these texts describe the process by which all the therapeutae, or members of the Essene community, entered or ascended into the angelic life. The Essenes have an aura of profound mystery about them. Writing in the 1st century AD, the Roman writer Pliny mysteriously claimed that they had existed for thousands of ages, hinting that they are part of a forgotten, eternal race that he says exists outside of time. This may be the race later referred to as the immovable race of perfect light humans, or simply as the race in the secret book of John, a Gnostic text of secret teachings. Becoming perfect light humans was clearly the goal of the Essenes. Philo, the famous 1st century AD Jewish philosopher living in Alexandria, Egypt, also briefly discussed the Essenes in his works, Every Good Man is Free and Hypothetica. Intriguingly, he traced their origins to the time of Moses, the Hebrew Messiah or Magi who emerged as a radiant being after a meeting with God in a burning bush to lead his people to freedom, and who supervised the construction or assembly of the Ark of the Covenant. The burning man or angel he encountered was described as luminous, humanoid, and with a rainbow aura, one of many such beings we will encounter in our journey. Says Philo, multitudes of his disciples has the lawgiver trained for the life and fellowship. These people are called Essenes, a name awarded them doubtless in recognition of their holiness. And we have to remember, holiness means to be luminous, radiant, and angelic. Others trace the Essenes' origins to Enoch, the incredible pre-flood sage, the first human translated to heaven. During his ascension, the archangel Michael anointed Enoch's body with an oil that dissolved his body into rainbow-colored light that matched that of the angels. Take note of the rainbow-angel connection. It will recur repeatedly and is a key to understanding the Essenes in their quest to become perfect light humans. These statements make it clear that the Essenes were ancient, they knew mystical secrets, and these secrets had to do with human transformation into celestial beings and ascension. The purpose of the Qumran community is precisely described in the call of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 3, to prepare the way for the Messiah in the desert wilderness, to prepare a people to meet the Lord. Simply, the Essenes believed a high celestial being was on its way to earth, and they had a plan to manifest this event. During this visitation, says the community rule, the high heavenly being would reveal the mysteries of eternal being concealed from humankind. At that time, the righteous will be rewarded with healing, great peace, and a long life and fruitfulness, together with every everlasting blessing and eternal joy and life without end, a crown of glory and a garment of majesty and unending light, says the community rule. The goal of the Essene initiates was to attain this crown and garment. And actually, they said it's the goal of all humans in all ages. The community rule affirms the Essenes were a most holy community who walk in perfection. Their writings contain their teachings about the perfection of this garment of majesty and unending light, actually an angelic light body composed of celestial flesh as opposed to earthly or human flesh. This is the state of being of the perfect light humans mentioned earlier. From this investigation, the Essenes emerge as these sort of superheroes for ascension. They know that these incredible teachings that they have received from the angels about the light body, about our true nature, about our true history, will serve them, but ultimately they have a vision. They have a vision for a new humanity, a humanity that will live on a planet whose base frequency or vibration is love, light, and righteousness. And they know that while they may not have fulfilled it in their lifetime, that in some future time, perhaps even today, humanity will be able to remember its true nature and ascend to the heavens with the angels.